Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday. What you see in front of you is a large correlation table matrix. It's the closing price of various exchange-traded funds and the data range, or the data and the date range is from October 13th, 2025 through the market close on Friday, December 12th, 2025. The dependent variable is at the top, highlighted in yellow, SPY. That is an exchange-traded fund which tracks the S&P 500. And the B column along the left, are various independent variables of exchange-traded funds. So when I ran the correlations, I highlighted the top three exchange-traded funds, which have the strongest correlations with SPY, or the S&P 500. So ranked at number 2 is USCI. USCI is an exchange-traded fund which tracks a basket of commodities, okay? That has a positive correlation with SPY. So as USCI goes up in price, SPY goes up in price by 28.86%. Ranked at number 3 is HYG. That's a high-yield bond exchange-traded fund. And as that goes up in price, SPY goes up by 24.83%. All right. Ranked at number 1, and this is the rock star again, and that's the VIX, or VXX. That's an exchange-traded fund which tracks the VIX. Pay close attention. This has a negative correlation or an inverse relationship with SPY. So as the VIX, let's say, goes up in price, SPY goes down by 79.24%, or vice versa. Remember, it's got an inverse relationship. So what do we do with all this information? One of the things is you can track the daily pricing of these 4 securities. So you have the independent variables, USCI, HYG, and VXX, and SPY. And what you do is you account for the percent of variance that the independent variables have on SPY. So if you look at column F, which I'm highlighting here, that's the percent return of SPY from the day prior. You look at column G, that's the VIX and the percent return from the day prior, but accounting for the variance. Remember, it's a negative relationship, so I multiplied it by negative 0.7294, multiplied it by 100. And essentially what this does is it tracks daily under and over valuations based on the percent variance that the independent variables put on SPY. And I created a chart to the right, and on the market close on December 12th, 2025, SPY was slightly undervalued by about 0.68%. So SPY is undervalued by 0.68%. And you'll see the chart here, the orange line are the independent variables, and then the blue line is SPY, slightly undervalued. What I also did was I ran a multiple regression analysis in Excel, and this accounts for about 80%, a little over that, of the variance. Model is statistically significant, as you see here. And I have the multiple regression formula, which is highlighted in yellow on the top. So SPY is equal to 166.2847 minus 2.80551 times the price of the VIX, plus 1.852662 times the price of USCI, plus 5.696283 times the price of HYG. Okay, I ran this formula at the close on December 12th, 2025. Again, here is the formula again. And what we're seeing is at the market close, So while SPY closed on December 12th at 681.76, the multiple regression analysis was predicting that the close 688.34, which would also suggest that SPY was at least at the close on December 12th, 2025, undervalued by a little over percent. Okay, again, I'll leave the formula up here. You can see it in yellow. And I'll leave this up here for a little bit. Also read my disclaimer. And when you have a chance, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the weekend.